Hey everybody, my name is Vicky and I'm here at day 2, Red Bull Battlegrounds, New York, and I'm here with Smix. How are you doing today?
Good, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so I have a few questions for you in regards to actually your gaming history. How did you actually start in the gaming community?
Well, it was definitely just Starcraft. I grew up watching my brother play it, and I only found out about the pro scene in Korea in like '08. And then because I was so interested and fascinated by it, I found Team Liquid, and then from there on, I kind of just started volunteering, just translations. Every time there was Pro League interviews, I stayed up till like 9 a.m., falling asleep at 10 a.m. Because the interviews wouldn't pop up on the websites until 7 a.m. Yeah, it was a really crappy sleep schedule, but that was how I became a really big part of the Team Liquid community, just by helping out with translations. And then from then on, it just kind of became what it is now. I obviously stayed a part of the community when Starcraft 2 came out. So.
Okay, so from what you just said, it sounds like you actually dedicated a lot of time into the gaming community, esports community. How has that affected your personal life, I guess, in terms of school and friendships?
So I don't think I've actually mentioned this before, but when I was doing all those translations, it was my freshman year of college, and there were a lot of things going on in that time in regards to my family and things like that I was actually really depressed about. And just watching StarCraft 1 Brood War became a kind of escape. Which, escape kind of sounds bad in a way, but it helped me a lot. It helped me cope with everything that was going on, and obviously meeting all the people that I met on TL helped a lot as well. I met a lot of my good friends on TL. So in terms of my personal life, obviously my grades weren't great. They weren't great. Freshman year, yeah, not so good. Not going to class and staying up till like 10 a.m. Somehow I passed everything, and my lowest grade was a B, so credits to that. But still, my grades could have been way better. I missed so much class. But I would say that it was kind of an escape I used to deal with the things that I was going through.
That's actually pretty good that you turned esports into a positive. I mean, I wish I could juggle both esports and school, but in terms of your grades being not as good as you want it to be, how that affects your life, I guess, with your parents accepting your career path?
Well, they never knew about my grades, because it's not like high school where they mail your report card. So if they asked, I'd just be like, yeah, I'm doing good. And even now, when me participating in these tournaments and stuff, it's not a full-time thing. It's freelance work. I come out for a weekend, I do my thing, and then I go back. And right now I'm preparing for grad school. I want to go into occupational therapy, so I'm in the midst of preparing for my GRE. I'm preparing for the prerequisite courses that I need. So in their eyes, I am still on a normal-ish path. Just happens to be that I am flying out to different cities a lot.
Okay, and if you weren't doing esports right now, would you say that you'd be doing like a part-time job somewhere, or is it just full-time school?
I think I would actually be in a pretty similar position, just not be spending as much time on Team Liquid or Starcraft Red or staying up. Okay, I will say, watching Starcraft tournaments really messes up your sleep schedule. So I would maybe have a more regular sleep schedule, maybe. Very likely, actually. But other than that, I think I'd be pretty much where I am now in terms of preparing for grad school, if not already in grad school.
Okay, and I'm not sure if you've been asked this question before, but being a female in esports community, I'm sure when you started out, you got a lot of negative feedback. Where you are now, being as popular as you are now and as well known, do you still feel that you get as much negative feedback from people, or anything against being a female?
So, when I actually first started on Team Liquid, I was I don't know how you guys will feel about this, but I was actually a closet Starcraft 2 fan, or a Starcraft fan rather, because none of my real life friends were into it. I knew it was kind of a nerdy thing, so I was a huge closet fan. On Team Liquid, I was anonymous. Never put up, if I put up pictures, I covered my face. It was insane how anonymous I tried to be. But then, little by little, you can't stay faceless forever, especially if you're trying to meet up with people. So I actually met up with some TL people in New York, and then I got more comfortable with the idea of not being, I guess, anonymous. And then once I actually started working at tournaments, I was like, okay, well, how can I be anonymous if I'm on stage at these tournaments? So after that, I was like, all right, I'm coming out of the closet with a bang. But even then, I don't ever feel like I really got a lot of negative attention. I feel like negative attention, well, also I was really kind of super conscious about not coming across a certain way. So I remember at the beginning, even when I went to like tournament after parties, I never wore dresses. I always wore like long sleeve t-shirts, and 'cause I didn't want people, I was like super conscious. I didn't want people to think I was like there to just for attention. I really wanted people to know I was there for the love of the game and, you know, passion for the game. So I was like super conscious and always tried to wear like, you know what I mean? I was like really, really conscious. But I think now that a lot of time has passed and hopefully I've proven that, you know, my love for the game is real, you know, it's real. And I actually watch a lot of Starcraft. So I think now I'm a lot more comfortable with what I wear. But even now I still try to dress professionally if I can. But yeah, I think in that way I try to steer away from potential negative attention. But throughout all of this, I don't feel like I've ever received like a lot of negative attention. You know, it's just every once in a while I will receive just a hateful comment, but that's normal. Yeah.
And so where do you feel that esports heading to in the future? I guess more specifically, where do you think StarCraft 2 is going to end up, or StarCraft in general, as well as your career in esports?
Obviously, the new WCS announcement was just like a few days ago. I know that there are some pro gamers who are kind of upset by it. They wanted something more firm in terms of region locking. I know there are some pro gamers who are happy about it. I think we'll see. I think the changes it's a step in the right direction. I just don't know if it was enough of a step, but I don't want to say anything until I actually see it in action and see how it affects, how it turns out next year. So in terms of what happens next year, I do think it's a step in the right direction, so it'll be better than this year. But I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we'll see. In terms of StarCraft 2 popularity, I do think that we're at a little bit of a stagnant point, especially compared to such huge growth in, like, you know, League of Legends and like Dota 2. But I'm still hopeful. I think that the StarCraft 2 fan base is really loyal. They have a lot of pride in the game because they appreciate the game and its depth and how hard it is and how beautiful it is because it's so hard. So I don't think it'll ever die, just because I think the community is a really strong niche community. So I don't think we'll ever die, but I do hope that from this stagnant point we do better. In terms of my own career in StarCraft 2, I would say, I don't know, it depends. Obviously, like I said, I'm preparing for grad school. Like if I'm in grad school, it's going to be a lot harder to come to these events. I've been sort of lucky in that I've been in kind of like a limbo state where it's okay for me to come out to these tournaments, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm just going to try and take advantage of the opportunity I have now.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Smix, for your time, and I can't wait to see you up there on stage once again for Red Bull Battlegrounds Day 2. Is there anything you want to say?
Thank you. I was surprised when you asked me for an interview, but so thanks a lot. And I always like to give a shout out to Team Liquid, because without them, I really would not be here in any way or shape or form. My love for the game would never have kind of grown as much as it has. And I've met so many people I love on TL, so through TL, and just in so many ways. I can't even explain how much TL changed my life. So always a big shout out to Team Liquid, and I hope you guys tune into Red Bull and enjoy it.